Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. Former WBO World Heavyweight Champion Joseph Parker has tested positive for Yes, that's right. Nose candy, the devil's dandruff, marching powder, yayo. And if he fails to prove contamination, then he could be facing a 2-year ban. A lot of people are surprised by this, shocked. Firstly, because they think it's out of character for Joseph Parker. And secondly, the fact that the potential ban could be so lengthy. Because, of course, nose candy is primarily used as a recreational substance, not a performance enhancer, but it is a stimulant. And so you could construe a stimulant as being a performance enhancer. Bear in mind, this test that he failed was apparently on the day of his fight with Fabio Wardley. This is a substance which gets out of your system very quickly, so to have any benefit from it in terms of extra energy, higher pain tolerance and whatnot, you'd need to take it on the day. Is that what Joseph Parker actually did? Because I tell you what, his behavior on fight week, on his way to the ring and even in the ring before the opening bell, was out of character as far as I'm concerned. I remarked about it at the time. He was pacing around and snarling and stuff like that. I've never seen Joseph Parker do that before, and the way he fought was uncharacteristically reckless. Could this be down to the fact that he was high on the devil's dandruff? And if he was, why did he do it? Well, let's tackle this shock that a lot of people are expressing. Personally, I'm not shocked. Some of you may remember that several years ago, Joseph Parker was accused of being part of an international drug ring. Police pursued him over it, but ultimately he wasn't charged due to insufficient evidence. But that showed me that he's no stranger to the type of characters that operate in that world. Furthermore, he's good friends with Luke Partridge, aka Tyson Fury, and we know what his relationship has been like with the marching powder over the years. Joseph Parker's got this public image as being a nice guy, family man, straight-laced and all that, but it's just the public image. I always tell people, don't get too caught up in public images. Now, don't get it twisted. If he has indeed taken this substance, it doesn't make him a bad person, but it would mean that he's not quite as wholesome as some people have been led to believe. Like I say, I'm not shocked. It's boxing. I don't buy into public images too much as far as what these fighters are like in their private lives. I always say that I've got the utmost respect for Alexander Usyk, but that respect is in regards to his profession as a boxer. In the arena of boxing, Usyk behaves impeccably as far as doing what a champion is supposed to do, fighting the top guys, not ducking fights, not longing fights out in order to get certain fighters beat or age them out or build a fight for more money for years and years on end. Usyk's old school, he's the throwback, but I don't know what he's like in his personal life, and I don't particularly care. He might not be a nice guy or he might be a great guy. Don't know, don't care. With Joseph Parker, comes across with this nice guy persona, but you don't know what he's like in real life. I'm talking about away from the boxing media. If Gareth A. Davis goes into your camp and goes for a coffee with you and a breakfast, that doesn't mean that he's met the real you. Because you're still going to be somewhat on your guard, knowing that he's a boxing journalist, right? The real Joseph Parker is the Joseph Parker around his friends, his non-boxing friends in particular. So anyway, he's been caught up here. We'll see what happens with the B sample. We'll see what happens if he's going to try and fight it and attempt to prove contamination or something. I don't know. Or maybe he'll hold his hands up and say, yep, it's a fair cop. I'd love to hear his explanation, if he did do it, as to why. I remember Mike Tyson actually admitted that he used something called a Whizzinator to circumvent a PED test on the night that he fought Lou Savarese. He would later go on to admit that he was high on the devil's dandruff for that Savarese fight. And boy, did he fight like it. Some of you may remember when referee John Coyle stepped in to stop the fight, Mike Tyson continued punching and actually felled John Coyle with a left hook. And it was after that fight, in a post-fight interview, he spoke about Lennox Lewis's children, all that crazy stuff. So as I said earlier on, while nose candy, marching powder, the devil's dandruff, yayo, isn't the go-to substance for fighters looking to gain an edge, at least not in this day and age, it is a stimulant. It does increase your energy. It increases your confidence. As I understand it, it can also, to some extent, increase your pain tolerance. That is why it's on the ban list. I have to imagine anyway. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Joseph Parker failing a test, which was apparently conducted on the day he fought Fabio Wardley. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.